So, as we always do, we're going to run through all the babies. We're going to run through them pretty quick. You guys got a pretty good idea what's going on with the babies now. Aile's son, she's in the Buckeye on Wednesday for good reason, even though some of you don't agree with my decision on the Buckeye. I think mathematically it was absolutely the right move to make, and that's why she's there. And it was Tuesday, not Wednesday. And Taros is back training now, looks great, looks sound. That leg looks great. We've now begun blistering it and training him. Really excited to see what this colt can do this fall. Had a lot of time off. Didn't obviously get to go out in the field and mature, but still got to fill out in his legs. His joints got to cool down. Now we'll start him up here in the coming months. Arctic Force looked great last week. Second beat a half a length and 55 flat. Little off left hind before and after the race since he come back. We're working on that, working with the colt, see if we can figure it out, manage it, and move him forward. I was hoping to race him Thursday. That's now been pushed to a week from Tuesday. Beach Boutique looked great training the other day. We backed her up 2-2, trained her with a couple of the other pacers, but Mario went with her. She looked great. She'll likely school. I knew there was another horse. She'll likely school on... she is going to school on... Tuesday morning. It's annoying when you're trying to find something, you can't find it. Doesn't matter. Beach Bum BB's Indigo next Thursday, I believe, maybe Wednesday. Hopefully in the condition claimer. I got to check that up, see where exactly she is in to go. But she has looked pretty good in that proper class for her, so we'll hope for a bounce back race for her this coming week. Bendover is in to go at the fair in Zanesville on Monday. I'd like to continue to see him get better and better and better. I'd love to, if we buy this horse back because he doesn't achieve what we want for him, I'm okay with that. But I've been happy with the way he's been racing now. He made a couple of breaks and made up ground. Last week, it wasn't really his fault to get jammed in the first turn, made a break, made up a ton of ground after and raced good. I'm expecting good things from him at Zanesville on Monday. Bottle of Reds out in the field. Again, very talented, well-bred filly. I expect she's going to come back well as a 3-year-old. Brush Cut, same type of thing. He's going to race a couple of times. Kevin said he thought he had something coming out of that foot, which isn't that shocking. When they cut their foot in such a way, a lot of times there'll be a little tiny pocket of infection set in there. It sits behind the wall, and then it works its way out. They get sore for a couple of days and pop, blows out. Brush Cut, I suspect, will be ready to school in a week or so. Cabernet is training down great. Man, oh man, she looks awesome. Looks like $1 million and feels good too. Really happy with the way she looks right now. I don't want to give you a timeline. I think she's just begun training. Be a good training partner for Anteros, I believe. I should tell them to hook up on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Canadian Titan raced good last night. Second, beat a neck, a nose, a head. 59 did all the work, did extra work, and looked really good. Capistrano trained in 57 on Friday. She's going to be ready to go soon. Just waiting for some vet clearance on Monday. Going to have a look at her left hind. She's still a little pinchy on it, and I want to know why. If it's something we can manage, much like Arctic Force, same leg, then it will be a little easier to sleep. Because anytime you see a little problem and it's tough to manage it and get to the bottom of it, you're always wondering, is there something else? So I've asked the vet to make a thorough pass of her left hind, both upper and lower, to make sure that she's okay. Cheatin' Dixie, she's going to the sale. We all know why. We've talked about this time and time again. It's too bad. Really sweetheart of a filly. Just her knees are become a real problem. Classic Con, his knees aren't a problem now. He's sounded up. Mario's going to take him over to Mohawk on Friday and train him. I suspect he'll go in 2:15 or so. He's looked great since he came back from his time off. Rose Run DC, Compass Rose DC has looked great all year. Leader right now by points in Ohio, 50-some thousand made. Pretty incredible. Compass Rose DC has looked great. Crazy Mission, he hasn't looked great, but he hasn't looked horrible. He's just, how do we call it? He's misunderstood. So we'll see. I'm concerned that he might bring nothing at the sale. So he will likely go to the sale. If he doesn't bring anything substantial, I'll retain him. And obviously all our clients are welcome to come back on board if they would like. I own most of them anyway. So I'm not going to give him away because I think he's effective, just not an effective stake horse. So in regards of the overall picture of what we're trying to do at the stable, doesn't really fit in regards to being a racehorse, probably could. So we'll see how that plays out with Crazy Mission in the next 3 weeks to a month. Don't believe me, just watch Training 57 the other day. Looked good. He's probably going to be making a debut, I think Kevin said the 15th or so. So I suspect he's going to enter him on Thursday or Friday at Mohawk. Emerald Miss, she's turned out in the field, expecting big things from her in 2020. Enjoying My Life is not with us anymore. She's now with Robert Shepard and Isabel Darvo. Won her first start for them. Not that shocking. I mean, she's had a lot of talent training down, had some hiccups and hurdles to go over at the stable, and obviously a fresh set of eyes did a world of good with her. As I said before, no hard feelings. I'm glad she's racing good for the people that own her, and certainly for Steve, our client. Enduring Strength raced poorly his last start, made break at both times at the gate. We trained him on Friday. I think he'll be a little bit better come Tuesday at Mohawk. Excellent Nation, he starts back jogging in a week or so, I believe. Maybe even Monday, I'm not sure. We'll see how he comes around, but by all accounts, he should be infinitely better. Fox Valley Shazam has been a little flatter last two. See if we can't get that cleaned up. Probably going to Baycox her a little bit and see if we can get her engine started back up on all cylinders this week. Forged in Fire finally made his way to the field, the actual field. So he's out now eating some grass at Tommy Riley's farm. Frontier Cruise had a week off. He's going to race next Friday at Grand River. Giddy Up Max has the grassroots next Thursday. I thought he trained really, really well on Friday for James. So I suspect James will likely get the call on him on Thursday. Globe Trotting Wednesday for me at Northfield. My only drive at Northfield. I'm okay with that. She's some kind of nice filly, and I'm really excited to race her on Wednesday. Harness AM has entered the Lazex program. She's coming back now. I don't know when John's going to race her. I'll get to the bottom of that real soon. Havana Unana, Monday night at Northfield. A lot of high hopes from two people, me and Jim Baffia, on her Monday night. Hometown Boys, he's now castrated and done for the year. We'll look for a 2020 season. A pickup from him. He's got a lot of heavy lifting to do and some big shoes to fill. So Hometown Boys now a gelding. Looking forward to his late 2019, possibly, but definitely 2020 return. I'll play it alone. I opted not to race him in Pennsylvania yesterday. We'll see if he goes back to the Poconos next Sunday. I was happy with how he schooled. We'll let James train him on Tuesday morning for the qualifiers, and then we'll make a decision on him. Inland Beach was very good the other night and tough. Paced 55, really happy to see that from her. Jailhouse Master made a dirty break in his last start. He has to do more. I suspect he'll be coming back this way after Tuesday. Johann's making his first trip to the vet since we got the terrible news that he injured himself back in June. So he's had almost 2 months in the stall. We'll see how he looks under ultrasound tomorrow morning. Just for Me and You is going to train likely tomorrow or Tuesday morning in preparation for her Poconos race next week. Knockdown Dragout is racing in the Poconos tomorrow, a week ahead of her Poconos start. Libero Hanover fizzling out lately. Something going on with that colt. We're going to try and get to the bottom of that this week. John's on it. I'm on it. Not much I can do, but talk to him about it. John's really cool to talk to. He always talks quite frankly, much like I do. And we talk about the horses back and forth quite a bit. Really enjoy being in business with him and Tim and the other guys, Andrew and all the other guys. But like talking to John on the phone also. I shouldn't say that. I don't bother Andrew very much, but he's much the same. Bouncing ideas back and forth off one another to see what we can come up with is always a good way to go. McPherson Thunder, he's done racing now, I think, at Clinton. I didn't check to see how he did. I'll check in a minute. I suspect he did well. I hope he did well. He did well last week at Kawartha, a much tighter track. I think this colt's ready for it, though. He seemed pretty mature to me at Kawartha Downs. So we'll see how he races today. Marzank Hanover raced great yesterday, a fast closing third at Kawartha Downs. Miss Brampton Beast did all the heavy lifting on Tuesday. Wire-to-wire winner from the outside post 8 in 155 and 4. I do expect more from her this week. Miss Mischief Maker's in the field. She's going to remain there for a week. Might bring her in, see how she's matured, jog her a little bit. If I don't see, maybe jog her for a week. If I don't see a seismic shift in her maturity, how she looks on the track, she's going right back out to the field. Certainly nothing wrong with that. Nancy Allison's racing on Tuesday. Like to put a couple of good miles on her, maybe turn her out for the year. Now I believe she will come back good at 3. Mentally, she's got it. We had to drill it into her really hard. She's got it now, and I think you'll see a much better Nancy Allison, I hope, on Tuesday. She still has her struggles at the gate, and I think that's a little interfering and a little maturity, but having a new driver maybe doesn't help her. Jonathan's never driven her before, so I'm a little concerned, but we'll see how she gets along on Tuesday night. Need your opinion. Looked great the other day training, Kevin said. Very excited about her. Made a little shoeing change. This colder air coming in will definitely help her. She's really struggling with the allergies right now. Olympic hopeful raced well in Illinois the other day. Angie and Rob are trying to get her settled away for end of summer racing and the stakes that come with it. They went for $32,000 the other day. Not a bad little payday. Fourth is what, about $2,700. So Olympic hopeful. Overdue Mission, really excited about her on Tuesday. Really happy to see what she's going to do. That's Amy. Really excited to see what she's going to do on Tuesday. Path of Totality, excited about her next week at the Poconos. I like going to the Poconos also, so I'm there likely next Sunday, Monday, back here Tuesday. Really blue chip races on Monday also. We're all on pins and needles to see what's going to take place Monday with Really Blue Chip, but hoping for good things with her. Rooney Blue Chip trained in 2-4. We're going to continue to train him till either he's qualified in racing or we pull the plug and turn him out for the year. Either way would be fine with me, keeping a real close eye on him. Rose Run Valiant, a little disgusted over his display this year. Maybe he just is that immature, but a little frustrating to race him. As I said, he's safe for the season. When we train him back, he will be under a different set of training, a different schedule for him. It's going to be much more aggressive, and it's going to be some heavy lifting for old Rose Run Valiant this fall and winter. I guess he comes back December. Rose Run Versatile has done everything she can all year, has never missed the board, I don't believe. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think she's missed the board. Was she in the PA All-Stars? I'm not sure. Either way, she's raced tremendous all year. She's knocking on the door and due for a win. Hopefully we find that at the Poconos. Sebastian Ray continues to race well. Made a little break his last start, but big last 3 quarters. Trained well on Friday. Expecting big things from him on Thursday at Mohawk. Sebastian Yu clearly sick the other day. His manners were good though. The changes we made with the shoes seemed to help. Talked to Tim a little bit. We'll see what else we can do with him, but very happy with what I saw from Sebastian Yu on as far as the way he did the way he went about racing. Obviously that the weakness on the end of it was sickness, but the first 3 quarters of the mile he looked very, very good. Sometimes things happen. I think he's going to grow into a nice horse. He's doing the best he can. Doing the best he can in Ohio. Very happy with him. Spend That Money's back Wednesday. I expect her to have a real bounce back race. She's in tough. She's in with Kikimora, but I think if she can get away close in behind her and sit and follow, or maybe first, second, or third, would be impressive enough for me on Wednesday. Spirit of Dio, I'd love to see James put her right on the front on Thursday. I just don't know if he'll be able to. Still got to be very cautious with her. So we'll see how Spirit of Dio does on Thursday in the stake race. Sunshine and Shade, I trained him in 2-3. We'll see how he bounces back. Really happy with what I've seen from this colt so far. Training back, the tenacity he's shown after a significant injury has been uplifting, to say the least, showing how tough he is and what the metal he's made of. Very happy to what I saw in him on Friday. Not ready to qualify yet. 2-3 is quite away from 53, but he is getting there. Susie K, I'm sure she's going to come out swinging again on Tuesday. She's always a worker. She's always ready to fight, and I haven't seen what class she's in with yet, but I suspect Buckeye, she'll give them all they want. Tiamo Hanover, that's about it for him. Very, very upset with his attitude and his overall race last week at Grand River. He's heading right to the sale on the 28th. Needs time to mature, that's fine, but again, attitude is the one thing that's going to make me say, should we sell this horse or not? There's a number of horses with good attitudes that I'm concerned I'd rather not sell. Screaming Hawk, Just a Tad, Master Saver, You know, there's a lot of horses on there that I have respect for that have to sell. Don't have a lot of time for horses that don't want to do their work. And I think TMO Hanover, at least for right now, as a 2-year-old, fits that bill. Trafalgar should be coming back soon. Hopefully in 10 days we'll have our girl back in training. That would be awesome. We'll see how that works out. Time Al Kazam, we're looking for a flat line and a qualifier before the sale with him. I think we're close. We're bumping up against some time constrictions, but we'll see if we can get that done. Yours, if you want it. Little change with him this week. Kenny Holiday is going to race him on Monday. We'll see how the outcome is. Utopian, he's got to be entered this week and race somewhere. Maybe Kawartha, I guess. I'm not sure. We'll see how he races. Watch Ev needs to be cleaned up and driven totally differently. Again, I'm a little harsh when it comes to the way he was driven, but I've been where Clark is, and I probably would have driven him the same way, I suppose, lots of times. But this guy needs to be covered up. So we'll change the way we drive him moving forward. Wiggle Delight was a little bit sick the other night. She'll bounce back, I'm sure, with another nice performance. We have the Grassroots coming up in Hanover. I'd rather not race her in Hanover. I'm thinking maybe something else for her, but we'll see whichever it is. Willpower Fashion had a tiny bit of infection in his throat the other day, but trotted 58. Man, oh man, do you ever scream off the car. I love this horse. Every time I drive, I just love driving him because he's like a race car. You just drive him however you want. You drive him like a 6-year-old 10-claiming trotter. That's how you drive him. Put him right in the gate, let him bust out of there and follow and trying to attack. He's knocking on the door, and he'll have a lifetime mark before he's done in 2019. I'm certain of that. And Zeb's Sunshine raced well the other day. By all accounts, Mario's happy, I'm happy, everybody's happy. And that is Zeb Sunshine. We'll race him a few more times, and every week we'll evaluate and see what we're going to do with him. But I think the horse looks fine from where I'm standing. And with the family he has behind him, giving him some time certainly isn't going to hurt him. So, that's it. That's all the babies. That's all the stables. That's an opening. That is your videos. That's all the videos for this week in August, the week of August the 10th-ish, I guess. So, I'm heading to PEI in about 3 hours, and be back in Ohio Tuesday, Wednesday, and back in PEI for Thursday morning. Talk to you guys soon. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a great week coming up. A lot going on for us over the next 10 days. Another big wave of stakes coming. Really excited. Hope you are too. Take care.